In the realm of strategic deterrence against the looming specter of a massive enemy nuclear or ballistic missile attack, even the most sophisticated countermeasures and missile defense systems can prove insufficient or ineffective. This ominous scenario, often referred to as a bolt out of the blue, epitomizes the dangers associated with a sudden and overwhelming salvo of missiles targeting a designated area. The bolt out of the blue is a term that vividly encapsulates the nightmare of a massive missile salvo designed to blanket an area with attacks, overwhelm existing defensive systems, and ensure that a significant number of missiles breach these defenses to reach their intended targets. To counter this peril and establish an effective deterrence, the only viable approach is the assurance of a catastrophic nuclear counterattack, launched from both air and sea. For example, when faced with an incoming intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) attack of such magnitude and rapidity that ground-based defenses are incapable of interception, the only feasible deterrent would be the presence of an undersea or airborne component of the nuclear triad. This presence ensures the swift and comprehensive annihilation of the attacking nation in a retaliatory strike. This concept of bolt out of the blue plays a pivotal role in discussions surrounding the Pentagon's imperative to maintain a three-pronged nuclear triad consisting of air, land, and sea-based nuclear weapons capabilities. In a somewhat paradoxical manner, the assurance of complete annihilation for any potential attacker is deemed a cornerstone for maintaining international peace. While the nuclear triad may effectively determine a nuclear bolt out of the blue, a pertinent question arises. What about a ballistic missile bolt out of the blue? The same principle of ensuring a devastating counterattack may be the only way to deter a salvo of ballistic missiles. However, initiating a catastrophic conventional ballistic missile counterattack in response to such an event comes with its own set of complexities and challenges, especially when adversaries like Hamas or Iran may launch missiles from populated areas, putting civilian populations at grave risk. This question becomes not just theoretical, but extremely pressing for the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, and the nation of Israel, particularly as they confront attacks from entities such as Hamas. Coping with a large-scale, bolt-out-of-the-blue rocket or missile attack from Hamas can be a formidable challenge in terms of interception and defense. Equally concerning, a massive Iranian long-range ballistic missile bolt-out-of-the-blue attack from Iran could potentially present even more dire problems for the IDF and Israel as a whole. A comprehensive examination of Iran's extensive ballistic missile arsenal, taking into account both guidance and range, underscores a significant threat to Israel. Iran boasts at least 5 distinct long-range ballistic missiles capable of striking Israel from its own territory. Maps of the Middle East clearly show that Iranian missiles can easily reach Jerusalem and various parts of Israel from multiple locations within Iran. Notably, Jerusalem lies less than 2,000 kilometers from Tehran, making it a potential target for Iranian missiles launched from the capital. Additionally, a multitude of long-range weapons can easily target Israel from various sites in western Iran. A significant research paper from Iran Watch provides a compelling case, affirming that Iran possesses a substantial arsenal of ballistic missiles. At least 5 of these missiles are reported to have the capability to travel distances of 1,000, 300 kilometers or more. The famous Shahab-3, for example, is documented by Iran Watch as capable of traveling 1,300 kilometers while carrying a 1,000-kilogram warhead. The Shahab-3, a liquid-fueled single-stage rocket, is now deployed in substantial numbers. The longest-range ballistic missiles identified by Iran Watch are the Khorramshahr 12 and 4, with ranges extending from 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. This means that missiles launched from Tehran or many other locations across central and western Iran have the reach to strike anywhere in Israel. Iran Watch further reports other Iranian medium-range ballistic missiles capable of traveling 1,600 kilometers or more, such as the Ghadr, Ahmad, PAVE missiles. The Iranian Sajil MRBM also has a range of 2,000 kilometers. By any assessment, it becomes evident that Iranian ballistic missiles possess the capability to mount a massive conventional found tactical implications, because while precision interceptors like Iron Dome and Patriot missiles can effectively track and neutralize individual or multiple missile attacks, even the most advanced and precise interceptors face significant limitations when dealing with a salvo of incoming Iranian missiles. Iran could potentially strategize to overwhelm Israeli air defenses, target storage facilities, and disrupt command and control with a sudden and massive bolt-out-of-the-blue ballistic missile attack. This possibility appears highly plausible, particularly if Iran possesses surveillance technology, such as drones for identifying target areas and precision guidance systems for its ballistic missiles. While Iran's use of drones is well documented, its ability to gather surveillance from satellites is less publicized but likely. With such capabilities, Iran could have insight into IDF force locations, equipment storage facilities, and missile defense areas. Even if sensitive IDF and Israeli installations are well defended with interceptor missiles like Iron Dome and Patriot systems, the bolt-out-of-the-blue scenario still carries the risk of a substantial number of Iranian ballistic missiles bypassing these defenses and causing significant damage to high-value Israeli targets. In light of these formidable challenges, it seems logical that deterring an Iranian bolt-out-of-the-blue attack would necessitate a strategy akin to strategic nuclear deterrence. This implies the assurance of a massive offensive retaliation. Israel, with its own variant of the F-35, the F-35I Eder, and a substantial arsenal of missiles and air attack platforms, possesses the means to retaliate in diverse ways. It is plausible that one of the reasons Iran has refrained from attempting a bolt-out-of-the-blue ballistic missile attack thus far is the awareness that such an act would trigger an immediate, massive, and potentially catastrophic retaliation.